The Gran Fondo market is a really competitive market. In Australia, there seems to have been a real growth in this area in the last couple of years. We've got some big events like the Three Peaks Challenges. We've also got L'Etape Australia, which has recently been introduced. And in July this year, there'll be Velothon. In the way it tries to distinguish itself from the other Gran Fondos is that it's a multi-day event. So its main competition in terms of an event that it's similar to would be the Tour of Margaret River. It's a ride across 3 days. There's also a one-day option. Most significantly, this is where the main hub for the event will be. You'll come back here after each stage, enjoy your drink, relax, tell lies perhaps about how well you rode, and then even go for a swim to try and refresh before getting ready for the next day. There's a group of us that have come up to the Sunshine Coast now in February to take a look at a few of the stages, challenge ourselves on a couple of the climbs and see what it's like. So let's head out for a ride. Stage one, few incredible climbs. In particular, you get to the bottom of a lot of climbs where it says a road sign indicating very steep gradients, and it has not lied. The main challenge of the opening stage isn't so much any one major climb, it's just the succession of climbings. And then there's the challenge of backing that up again on the second day. What is surprising in many regards is the scenery. When you think Sunshine Coast, you think of the coastline. Haven't seen much coast throughout the day, but plenty of climbs. Looking at the course profiles for Velothon, a lot of the highlights and what will get most people's attention, obviously are the climbs, that's always the case. The most difficult climb, the most difficult part of this 3-day event for those that do the 3 days is the last climb on the last day. They've saved the best till last. It's Obi, and size matters not. It's short, but it is brutally steep. You get over the top of that and you'll be really proud of yourself. They will be putting carpet down on the side of the road in case some people take to the cleats and have to walk. That's how steep it is. So it'll be a real great sense of I've accomplished something if you do get over the top of it. In terms of the parts of the course that I enjoyed the most, riding across parts of the 3 stages, not so much the climbs themselves, actually those rolling roads where you're hitting speeds into the mid-40s and then there's a few climbs in front of you that are short and you're not sure whether it's big chainring or small chainring and you punch over them. The big challenge of this ride, by comparison to other Gran Fondo style events, is the fact that it's 3 days. Tour de France is 3 weeks. This is in the middle of the Tour de France and it's 3 days. So there's that sense of the fatigue building up and you'll get an appreciation for what happens at the Tour de France itself. And that's what distinguishes this event from a lot of the other Gran Fondos. Many of them are great events. In fact, all the ones that I've had the chance either to ride or be involved in on the microphone have been a real joy to be part of. And this one I'm sure will be the same. It's the first time it's going to be held in Australia in July this year, from the 13th to the 16th. There's already one in Berlin, which has about 15,000 entrants. There's one in Wales that has around about 10,000 entrants. I'm looking forward to seeing how many take part in the first Velothon in Australia this July.